Howdy, I'm Nick, this is London Creative, and if you were with me a couple of years back, Christmas, the year before last, I bought some foam thinking, yeah, I finally found XPS Foam available in the UK to buy in big sheets and whatever, because in America you buy it in sheets that are like that big. In the UK you can buy it on Amazon in like 1 foot square sheets for like the same amount of money. Then I found this stuff. And I was like, yay, I found some foam. It turned out to be polyester foam, like packing foam, with a smooth surface over the front. It was useless. When you cut into it, it just popped like popcorn and was absolutely pointless. I tried to make a Christmas scene out of it and yeah, it went out the window. So that was it. I mean, you can get this stuff, PIR, which is fine. You can groove into it and cut it and that, but cut it with a hot knife or burn it or something and suddenly there's smoke everywhere and it's fumes and it's poisonous and it's okay for big things. I mean, big chunks. You find it on skips because it's the only thing we're actually allowed to insulate roofs and things with and buildings and walls in the UK. The XPS foam, which is ideal, is apparently too safe. That's the official stand on it. This stuff smokes and burns and then catches fire, which is better if your house is on fire, according to the UK government. So we're left with this stuff, 6mm XPS foam available on Amazon. As I said, sheets are about this big for like £10 a sheet. Or you can try and find it off of random underfloor heating sites and so forth. That's where I thought I'd found it originally. But I finally found it. I finally found XPS foam. This is half the size. I ended up having to cut it down because it was so big, because that's still too big to store. So I found it on eBay and we'll sell it in single sheets. That's the other issue. You could find it on eBay by the ton, but you had to order a minimum of 10 sheets. 10 sheets of that in here. So we have success. Foamgate, as it became known, may have an end in sight. So now that we're here, what do we do with it? Well, I made the bird nest out of some old cheese boxes and things and that the other week. I was thinking about the Blackmagic Crafts little barn hut thing for D&D and so forth. And then I thought, I've never actually made that. So I'm going to make it. I'm going to try and make some sort of variant on it and change it. I'll do the basics and then we'll go from there. Hence, I've cut some triangles. So today, with the XPS foam, I'm going to make a medieval hut for D&D or roleplay games. Let's see how we do. Just for context, for some reason, the thicker foam came in blue, thinner came in pink. As far as I can tell, there is no difference. And I was cutting bits down and whatever and just seeing how it went. But I cut it down with the hot knife. And it's very, very wavy. It gets very wobbly lines. I'm going to straighten this off. As you can see, there's some very wibbly wobbly lines. And that was... So if you're not aware of this hut building, it's best to do that with a triangle end. Rafters, much like I did with the bird box the other week. Then we'll embellish it. Now, one of these has to be slightly bigger than the other, which is a good job because when I cut the first one, it was so wobbly, it was untrue. Using that hot knife is an art because it's so hot and so quick. You only have to wobble a little bit and you end up with weird shapes. It's wonderful, but weird. And that will go like. For context, this will be about 13 centimetres or 5 inches by 4 and some stupid measurements, or 11 centimetres, and this one will be the same length but 9.5. So the 6mm difference off of that one, and I'm going to put that there. And bring that to the front like so. We need a post like that found a figure that's still another project to be done, not painted decent. I've had him for months. He's going to be about that high, so the door, I'm notoriously bad at marking things wrong, so I should double check. Measure twice, cut once. What usually happens is measure one, cut 7 times. That's pretty thick for a door. I've shimmied down one of the pieces with that thing. I shimmed it down to make some posts that are like very thin. So its first post should be about there. The last post. So that leaves me 11 centimetres to do 2 posts. What's 11 divided by 3? 3 points there. Wonky naturally, but they are. I'll go smooth side down so they're more handmade shapes. And that's going like that. I'm leaving them to hang over the ends for the time being. So whittled that out and got a load of mess. And I cut that to go in there, and I've got to cut some posts diagonally down here. First off, do this. That's going like that. There, nice wonky frame. So I've done that. It took a couple of attempts. First one was a bit wonky, one was too short, but now we've got this. It's a bit elaborate, it's still a bit wonky. Makes it a little bit more, I don't know, different. I'm going to smother the whole thing in black wash with a paintbrush that's rock solid.
My young love said to me,
I'm going to put some bottom daub on the front of this to try and make it. I'm going to try and get rid of some of the big lumps out of this. Still going with the first batch of sculptor mould I made because I've got so much of it. I've got to try and get rid of all these big bits. I need this to be very flat.
and my father won't spite you for your lack of kind. And she stepped away from me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love.
Okay, while that's drying, I'm going to just give a basic bit of a dry brush over all of the wood. Of course, all of this old black timbered wood, sort of Tudor-esque sort of thing, wouldn't have been black. It's just died over hundreds of years of being tarred to people. So we're aiming for a sort of a dark tanned wood sort of effect. You don't mind if it gets on the mottle and daub because that's going to get tanned down in a bit anyway, and it'll just add to the mixture of it.
She stepped away from me, and she moved through the fair, and fondly I watched her go here and go
something to mop all this water on now. Put that on there. Ah. Okay, we're back, and this took days to dry. It would not stick. It was kept peeling off. So in the end, you will notice there are pins in there. There's about 20 pins in there at least. So I've put a base on the bottom just to cover it up because it's like a medieval pin cushion. Now we have some yellow ochre and some gold ochre, and I'm going to just cover this. I think I probably need more than one coat of this. I'm going to try Vallejo's environmental wash. See how this goes.
Sorrow that never was there, and I smiled as she passed me with her goods and her gear.
You still end up being kind of distressed. This roof, the thatch has clearly come off.
I saw my dear.
It's not bad, is it? My take on the little medieval farmhouse. The towel thatch kind of worked. It's got so many pins in it, it's untrue. There's like 30 pins holding it in place. They're in there for good now. But it came out okay. Now I probably need to make some terrain and some roads and things like that. Not that I actually ever get to use them in anything or play anything. I just seem to have the need to make things. Well, that's another one, another experiment. Again, it's me, it's making things up, experimenting, trying things out. And I hope you like this, and if this was good and entertaining, then you know what to do. Thumbs up. Talk to me underneath. Tell me other ways. What's your suggestion on thatch roof? Maybe we'll come back to that, because I've got an idea to do another one. Maybe a bit more of a townhouse sort of thing. Because, you know, I've got so much space, I can just fill this space up with even more models. There are, as you saw, many unpainted models laying around which need to be done. Models to be painted. There's another house to be made. There's paintings to come, new flow art paintings to be done, and other things in the works. So if you want to see not just crafting but painting and building things and anything creative that's by me in London, then you should click subscribe down there and come back each week for something different. You never know where we'll be. You might see me catch fire to something or poison myself or something. No, we've done that. Done all of them. It'll be something new. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I shall see you soon. Bye. The scrunching sound is a dog eating a biscuit in the background. Wet fingers.